If you could threshold brake effectively, you could get the car stopped maybe a little bit shorter, but that takes lots of practice, and it's unlikely for you to get that correct in that panic situation. So we want to use the ABS. The way we're going to do that is we're going to go to 0 to 100% on that brake. We're not going to squeeze into it. We're just going to go straight to 100% and try to break that brake pedal off through the floor and maintain that pressure until the car comes to a complete stop. Don't back off at all when you feel that pedal starting to pulsate. All right, Tom, let's see if we can get that ABS activated, see how that works for us. When you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run, still 35 miles an hour, and then go to that 100% brake, break that brake pedal off when you get to this cones here. Awesome, nice job, and notice that stopping distance, significantly shorter than what you had last time. Even though you had a little ABS last time, you got to the ABS quicker this time, and that got your car stopped in a shorter distance, especially on this wet surface. We'll show you some other advantages of ABS here in a little bit. Russ, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Nicely done there, Russ. And one thing that I've seen from the first two gentlemen here, and that I'm looking for, is for your head to go up a little bit in that seat. And that tells me that you're giving it that 100% pressure right away from the get-go. Nice job, Russ. John, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start. Really imagine that kind of pressure you'd give it if you had that emergency situation all the way to the floor. Good, nicely done. You can see those wheels ratcheting right from the get-go, and the things that you guys are doing well right now that's going to help you as we move forward in this exercise are maintaining that brake pressure until that car comes to a stop. You don't want to back off at all. You want to stay at that 100% the entire time. And Ken, you can go ahead and start your run. Good, and you can see all four wheels and all that ABS is working for you during that stop. Nicely done there, Ken. You guys will get a chance to see that from outside the car as well. You can kind of feel it right now, probably feeling it through the pedal. Debbie, when you're ready, go ahead and get up to that 35, maintain that speed, and then 100% brake. Maintain that speed. Now hard on the brake. Awesome. Nice job, Debbie. Way to get that ABS activated. All right, so we're going to do a little outdoor classroom here. So I'm going to have Debbie head back to the staging area, then I'm going to have Tom come on down here where I'm at. And Tom, you're going to lead the first three cars. So Tom, Russ, and John, come on down where I'm waving here, and I'm going to have you guys just kind of park in a single file line. Ken and Debbie, you're going to come on down, and Ken, you're going to park where Brian's at to the left. So go ahead and just kind of line up on me here, guys, and go ahead and pull up nice and forward. Perfect. You can leave the cars running. And Ken, go ahead and pull forward to where Brian is on the left. Go ahead and leave the cars running, put them in park, put the parking brake on, or just put it in neutral and parking brake on there, Tom. Now you guys can go ahead and hop out. We're going to do a little classroom. We're going to head on down here, talk about a few things, and a little demonstration for you.
Morning.
Good. All right, Brian, go ahead and show us an accident avoidance to the right, please. Thank you, Brian. Nice job. All right, Brian, go ahead and show us the wrong way to do it with too much hand input avoidance to the right, please. All right, nice job. 10 points for the cone there. All right, redemption run. When you're ready there, Brian, your choice of speed avoidance to the right, please. Awesome job there, Brian. Thank you. All right, so Tom is going to leave the group on the right back. He'll circle back once you guys are all situated. And then, Ken, when you see that white Grand Sport go by, you can bring your two back in the back of the line there. Make sure you fasten those seat belts. And when you're ready, Tom, you can go ahead and get rolling. right, Brian's been warming up back there. He's ready to jump if he needs to, but we'll try to use that brake pedal and not make him have to do that. All right, so just a couple of key reminders here. 35 is still what we're using for that target speed, and keep your eyes up looking for Brian. 100% brake pressure, steer into the lane that you need to go in and get it to a complete stop. All right, Tom, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Complete stop there, complete stop, stop. There you go. A little trickier with that manual there, getting into a stop with getting that clutch in. Just didn't quite get to that 100% brake pressure there, Tom, but nice and safe into that right lane. So good first run. It's a little different, a little more challenging this time. Just remember to get to that 100% brake pressure. Russ, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your first run. All right, nice and safe into that right lane there. Nicely done. Little wiggle there. You didn't quite get to that ABS right away, and that's where that little wiggle came in. But certainly a good adjustment. Nice job. John, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Eyes up looking for Brian. Picture perfect. Nice job, John. All right, Ken, when you're ready, you can go ahead and roll. Good, nice job. Nice and safe. Nice short stopping distance, too, and that's what you're seeing here in this run, is everybody's getting it slowed down in between the first two cones. All right, and Debbie, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Remember to get to that 100% brake pressure, and then smooth steering input. Not bad. You just got to the brake a little earlier, so you got slowed down a little bit before you got to the cones. And that's always a good thing. So just try to carry that speed all the way to those cones next one. A little different this first time because you get your eyes up and you're looking for Brian and you're thinking that you want to hit the brakes as soon as he shows you which direction to go. Just remember that you still want to carry the speed to these cones and then hit the brakes and change direction. Brake and then steer. All right, Tom, when you're ready, we'll try it again here. Another run. You can go ahead and start. There it is. Good improvement. Look at the shorter stopping distance that time, too, by getting the ABS engaged. Cut off about 10 feet there. Good improvement, Tom. All right, Russ, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. You just got to get that steering input in a little bit quicker. You just kind of, as you hit that brake, you got to get that, change that direction a little sooner. And some of that comes from looking up a little bit more, a little bit earlier. And carrying a little bit of extra speed there, too. And so obviously that extra speed makes those things have to happen quicker. All right. John, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Well done. Nice job. I saw that 100% brake pressure. Good little steering input into that left lane and getting the car stopped. So far, everybody's doing an excellent job of maintaining that 100% brake pressure until the car comes to a stop. If you get any sort of little wiggle as you're coming to a stop, that's a pretty good indicator that you backed off the brakes a little bit. Okay, Ken, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Just mix that first one and that second one. So as you get that car into that lane, and you're carrying a little bit more speed like you were that time, you got to remember you got to straighten out the wheel. And so as you come into that lane, you can't just make that initial left, and this is good for everybody. You got to make that correction back to the right to steer it into the lane. Just a little adjustment, and same thing kind of that John had there, that initial input, you got to get that initial change of direction done a little bit quicker. Good run though. Debbie, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. All right, nice job, Debbie. Got to carry that speed a little bit better that time. Just really try to work on bringing those hands down just a little bit, down to 9 and 3. That'll make that steering input a little bit smoother as you put it in. It won't be so jerky as you're trying to steer that car into that lane. Same kind of issue as the last couple of cars too. We just got to add that steering just a little bit quicker once you hit that brake. You can't be super slow with those hands as you come into that braking zone. All right, so this time through here, we're going to really try and work on getting that steering input in and avoiding those cones and making sure we use that ABS this run. Tom, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Put off the gas there. Wrong pedal there, Tom. Got to be really careful with that. That's really a dangerous thing that can happen, is that that right foot gets on that throttle a little bit as you're trying to grab the brake. So we want to make sure that we're making sure we're grabbing that brake instead of that throttle as we come to a complete stop there. But nice and safe into your zone there, and that's really the main goal here of this exercise. All right, Russ, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Awesome. Nice job. Good job, Russ. That was a good improvement. And you did a better job that time of getting that steering input in right away. All right. So now for this one again, keep bringing those eyes up, looking for Brian, and using that peripheral vision to find that lane that you're looking for. All right, John, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run. Awesome. That was so much better than that previous run there. Nice job getting that car nice and straight. The wet tire tracks are dead in the middle of the lane. Nice job, John. You guys are doing an excellent job of not making any of those mistakes that I expect, which a lot of times, the biggest mistake that we see is backing off of that brake pressure in the middle of the stopping zone. And that's going to lead to the most problems, and you're all really consistent with that. Ken, you can go ahead and start your run when you're ready. So that was kind of a good example of getting to that steering input in and the braking kind of at the same time. And a little bit of when I say speed up the hands, you're a little bit, just kind of jerk the steering wheel a little bit too much extra hand movement there and got that car pitched a little sideways, but made a good save and got it stopped in the braking zone there. All right, and Debbie, when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your run here. Try to carry that speed all the way to the braking zone here. Awesome. Good run there, Debbie. Nicely done. Starting to get more comfortable with it. You can make your way back to the staging. So those takeaways here, that hopefully this is something that you haven't had to practice too much in your own car in the real world. But if you now encounter that situation in this car, you kind of felt that, and we really feel like this is something that should be a requirement for almost everybody, or should be for everybody, in order to get a driver's license, just so that you understand how these safety technologies work, so that when you get in that situation in the real world, you're going to be safe. All right, so that wraps up our braking exercise. I'm going to head on over here in this silver Camaro and pick you up and bring you back over to the building, and then we'll have a little time for a restroom break before you head over to your next exercise.